certain Congress leaders are arguing that, yeah, there was a security breach on Prime Minister Narendra Modi's visit to Punjab. However, the state of Punjab was not responsible for the security breach. It was the BSF's failure, as it is being said that it was ISI, Pakistan, and Khalistan Pact who caused the security lapse. Hence, it was the BSF who failed to prevent entry of the trans-border elements into our land. How the outside elements can enter our land and how the outside elements can take control of our system, how the outside elements can manipulate our bureaucracy, that is exactly what I have been discussing in quite a few videos of mine in last few days. How a rogue minister can act as a vehicle creating inroad for the outside criminals, mediating to form a political bureaucratic criminal nexus. I had been discussing this in last few days. However, how much BSF can be responsible? What is BSF supposed to do? BSF is supposed to prevent. BSF is supposed to prevent entry of outside elements into our land. And BSF is empowered to do anything to prevent that. BSF can also shoot a person to prevent. However, if a person enters our land and after entry BSF, it appears doubtful to the border security force, it appears doubtful, the BSF thinks that this person doesn't belong to our land, then the BSF can arrest him also. However, after arresting, it is no more BSF's domain. Now BSF is bound to hand him over to the state police. It is the state police's responsibility to present him in front of the judicial magistrate. BSF cannot present the suspect or the criminal to the judicial magistrate. It is the state police's domain. So BSF's duty ends here. Capturing the person, arresting the person and handing over to the state police. And after that, if the state police is in collusion with the trans-border criminals, then anything can happen. So it is not really the BSF. We can't really distinguish like that. We can't really say that it is BSF's failure. It can very well be the state police's collusion with the trans-border element. As I would refer back to the Bengal border incidents recently in Bengal border, in Koch Bihar border, Shitai of Bengal, 3 cattle smugglers were shot dead by BSF. To prevent their entry, to prevent cattle smuggling by them, BSF actually shot them and 3 persons died. So for prevention, BSF can do anything. However, if a person enters the land, then BSF can only doubt that this person is trans-border. After that, it is the state police. So if the state police is in collusion, we know what happens in Bengal border after the BSF arrests a person and hands him over to the state police. The police keeps him within the custody for quite few days. And after that, what happens to that person, nobody knows. Same thing can be here also. And all the characteristic traits of behavior by the Punjab government, the Punjab police, and the different sorts of expressions of the ministers of Punjab. It seems it's the same Bengal syndrome in Punjab also. And Punjab's problems are even more severe, as Captain Amrinder had expressed his concern in detail in end October, and he said that how Punjab border is being used for narco-terrorism and how ISI, Khalistani terrorists are trying to pierce through the Punjab border, how developed they are technologically and how they are using drones also. And recently on December 18, BSF in Punjab border had actually dragged a drone made in China. So we can easily understand how big the threat is through the Punjab border. Bengal border, it is one kind of threat. In Punjab border, it is a different kind of threat. ISI, Khalistan, and we all know that China is a friend to ISI. So the threat is very big. And that is exactly why Captain Amrinder said that BSF's jurisdiction increase from 15 kilometers to 50 kilometers is a wise decision, because BSF would work hand in hand with the state police and would fortify the state police's effort. However, Chief Minister Channi was very disturbed by the jurisdiction increase of BSF. So, similarly, Bengal Chief Minister was also very disturbed. Bengal Minister Firhad Hakim was also very disturbed by the jurisdiction increase of BSF. In Bengal, not only the ministers but Mamata Banerjee's allied civil society and their representative Aparna Sen also expressed her deep concern for the people living near the border. She said how torturous BSF can be. However, BSF can be torturous only to prevent infiltration, and recently they had been torturous upon those three cattle smugglers, and after the cattle smugglers died, the Chief Minister of Bengal also expressed her deep anguish how torturous BSF had been and how three innocent people died. So all these characteristic similarities between Bengal border and Punjab border suggests that we are in great danger actually on the western border also. After Jammu Kashmir border, the Punjab border is also facing massive challenges. And it seems that the Punjab state is in collusion with the trans-border elements.